What's up, y'all? Today I'm going to be talking all about my lettuce dry rack here behind me and some of the different features that I decided to implement. So let's jump into it. So having some type of dry rack is phenomenal, especially if you're doing some small scale farming like we are. We grow a lot of salad greens and we need a dry rack in order to get those greens dry. So one of the features here is I have two box fans over top, and then I also have a section to the right of it where the fans aren't blowing, and that allows us to take the greens that are drying from this section and then we can move them over here to the right and begin packing them. Also wanted just some extra space, to throw different things up here. Maybe I wanted some other vegetables I wanted to dry out. I didn't want direct fan on. I could throw them over here to the right while I'm working over here underneath the fans. Now I've got probably 3 feet from the fans down to the bottom of the rack, and on the bottom I've also added some shelving so that I can put some totes to dry out and things of that nature. Also added a shelf right here to put bags, rubber bands, labels, things of that nature. And then one of the other features that I saw Curtis Stone do for his lettuce dry racks is he wanted to make it a way where it's bolted in so that he can actually unbolt the rack and turn it sideways or vertical so that he can knock off any greens that are still sitting on the rack. I find this a really great feature when I'm needing to get the rack clean and knock some of those old leaves off. And for this dry rack, it actually sits in our garage. So one thing I wanted to be able to do was to be able to move this dry rack around. And so I put wheels on the bottoms of the 2x4 legs. And this was one of the best decisions I made because it just allows me to easily move it around when I'm not using it. I can roll it up against a wall, or I can pull it out into the middle of the garage when it's harvest day. So that's just something that I would highly recommend if you're wanting to build one of these, to do that. One thing I do want to mention, if you do have questions about your gardening, homesteading, small scale farming journey, then I have a private Facebook group that you can join for absolutely free. And you can do that by going down in the description below. And ultimately in that, my goal is to create a community of like-minded people that are pursuing after this dream of self-sufficiency and food production.